I feel like I'm living every little girl's dream. I am at the South Carolina Ballet. I'm standing with Claire, who's playing Juliet in this year's Romeo and Juliet. Thank you so much for meeting with us.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Of course. So I want to know a little bit about you and your dance background, how you got into dance, and also your journey with the South Carolina Ballet.
Yeah, so I grew up here at the studio, Columbia Conservatory of Dance, with William and Mary Claire since I was 3. So I grew up through the school and just always had the company around me. Thought that was just a normal thing to happen. Went away for a couple programs, realized how special it was, and as soon as I graduated high school, joined the company.
Wow.
So this is my 14th season, and I'm now a principal dancer. It was sort of a seamless thing of like, when does it change from something that I enjoy doing and it's fun to, wait, this is a bigger world. It's like a never-ending puzzle, ballet is. It's so engaging and like makes you want to keep going. There's no perfection, which is like a very freeing but very frustrating thing. I mean, my favorite part is that the work never stops. I mean, like there's always room for growth, and in a role that I've done a million times, like Sugar Plum Fairy, there's always something different to do, and every single day is going to feel different because we're human. So our body is our instrument, which is also a very frustrating thing, but very rewarding to be like, to bring to life all these stories and characters for people just by moving. So that's one of my favorites, and the music and characters. I love storytelling. Yeah. I've really grown to love the artistry side of it and being able to be outside myself and give it all my all and then come back and be Claire. Yeah, yeah. And then the most frustrating part is that it is your body and it's physically demanding, and you're exhausted, your feet hurt, your muscles hurt, but I mean, once you push past that, the work is just so rewarding. Yeah.
And so I want to talk about something too. You're a mom.
Yes.
You have a family, you're here during the day and then you go and you mom.
Yes.
So how has that been a process of, because obviously, I mean, that's a huge deal to give birth in this body, and then you're dancing on that same body, on those same feet a couple of months later. How has that transition been?
Yeah, so I have 2 girls. One is almost 4, and one is 6 months. And it was the biggest learning moment, I feel like, when I had my first daughter coming back. It was very challenging to get back to the body that I felt like I had all those years. Yeah. Being pregnant and giving birth was the longest I'd taken off since I was 3. Wow. So, oh my God. When I thought about that, I was like, okay, I have some grace.
I'm forcing, yes, absolutely.
But it was a big lesson in perfectionism and being able to let go. And I wasn't quite so worried about making sure everything was technically perfect. And while I still wanted it, I was able to just be a little bit more present and forgiving, and allow myself to be more free in other areas, which has really developed me more as an artist than I could have imagined.
That's awesome. Yeah. Well, congratulations. That's seriously amazing. All right, let's talk about Romeo and Juliet. Yes. Is this your first time playing this role?
This is my second time. Okay. We did this a couple seasons ago, and it was a career highlight, so it's very special to bring it back.
So what's been different from the first time you guys did this to now?
Yeah, so the first time it was all new. I felt a lot of pressure. I felt a little bit of intimidation because the story is so well known, the characters are so big, the storytelling is so important. So I felt a little bit intimidated of, I hope this reads well, I hope I can still look like me without trying to put on someone else's interpretation. We're at the Coger Center February 8th for 2 shows, 3 o'clock and 7:30, and that's with the South Carolina Ballet Orchestra. That's awesome. And that live music is just, last time when we did this and we had a live orchestra, I laid there in the crypt scene and just started weeping because I could not believe it was just so beautiful.
Such a magical experience. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Well, Claire, thank you so much for chatting with us. Yeah. Y'all make sure you head out to the Coger Center on the 8th for Romeo and Juliet. Thanks.
Thank you.
Now I am with CEO and Artistic Director William Starrett. Thank you so much for having us.
Great to see you.
Great to see you. Okay, we are standing in the South Carolina Ballet. I mean, this is where you guys are training every single day.
That's right.
Talk to me about your dancers. What are they doing here every single day? How often are they here? What's their day-to-day like?
Well, we're on Main Street, the corner of Taylor and Main. This is the Columbia Conservatory of Dance, and it's the official home of the South Carolina Ballet. So we've been here on Main Street 35 years. This is my 38th year directing the company, and we are preparing right now for Romeo and Juliet, the full-length Romeo and Juliet, and we're forming the South Carolina Ballet Orchestra. Wow. So the daily routine of the dancers, they come in every morning at 9 o'clock. And dancers are always a student, so they take class from 9 to 10:25, and then they have a 10-minute break before they begin their rehearsal day. And this is the longest season the company's ever had. It's about 30 weeks long, and this is the largest company that we've ever had, the South Carolina Ballet. We have 37 dancers, and we performed, during the Nutcracker season, we performed 28 times between November 18th and December 22nd.
Oh my gosh.
So we're excited to be doing Romeo and Juliet, and we're in 4 different theaters, and we get to tour it, which is fantastic. We first opened in Savannah, and then we're here in Columbia on the 8th, and there are 2 performances at 3 and 7:30.
And so both of the performances here in Columbia will also have the live orchestra, is that correct?
Yes, yes.
That's amazing.
That's right. Only in Columbia we have the live orchestra.
Okay.
And it's conducted by Scott Weiss, and he's also the Aiken conductor for the Aiken Orchestra, and he's the head of the conductors and the music department at USC.
And you know, Claire was saying it's art, it's art. Their bodies are their instrument, and then you have the real band sitting in front of them. So it just sounds like such a beautiful masterpiece.
It's incredible that a lot of people don't realize, but all dance is done to music. So the dancers' muscles and bodies are created and made to music. So they respond to music almost without even realizing. So when the orchestra is playing live, it just brings more to the performance. Here in Columbia on February 8th at 3 and 7:30. For tickets, you go to CogerCenterForTheArts.com. Be careful, there's scalpers out there. So the tickets range from $35 to $60. So if there are any tickets over $60, you're on the wrong site.
Got it.
So be really careful about that. Everyone should experience Romeo and Juliet live.
100%.
And with live orchestra.
Yeah.
It's really the arts event of the spring.
And this isn't the only performance you guys have this year. You guys have a ton of performances. Talk to me about what's to come in 2025.
March 22nd is Giselle. Ooh. And that's my favorite ballet. So pointers were invented for Giselle.
Okay.
And it's from the Romantic era. So that's early. That's even before Sleeping Beauty or Swan Lake or the Nutcracker. And so it's an amazing ballet. It's on the 22nd, only 1 performance at 5:30.
Wow.
Then of course in the fall we kick off with Dracula, Ballet with a Bite.
Of course.
And then Nutcracker at the Coger Center. And then next year, we're going to be doing A Midsummer Night's Dream, which is Mendelssohn's score he created 200 years ago from 2026. So that'll be in 2026, celebrating A Midsummer Night's Dream. So Shakespeare and Mendelssohn celebrating 200th anniversary. So that's big. And then we're going to be also performing Motown Ballet.
Fun. This year will be huge. Next year will be huge. So much goodness happening here at the South Carolina Ballet. Thank you, William.